Hey there, this is going to be a review and test of the Dyson DC41 Animal Vacuum. Okay, now first off, this vacuum is a very good machine. It's got a lot of very well engineered features in it. Like the way that the airflow is, it's a very quick path. The ball is much improved over every other previous Dyson model. I used to not be a fan of Dysons at all. This model, it's a very good performing cleaner, but you'll see that for yourself when we do our torture test in a second. Button's a little bit jumpy, but other than that, it has a Hepa filter over here on this hemisphere of the ball, a washable filter on the inner, this new Dyson Radex Cyclone. It's pretty interesting how they redid the airflow for maximum velocity. And then, of course, the active base plate, which they have been really touting in all their commercials. The active base plate is very cool. It looks like a good design. I don't see any real improvement on it over something like the Shark Navigator, which adjusts by itself too. But today I will be showing you the torture track and how it performs. This is the torture track. It is made up of Honey Nut Scooters, shredded paper, and some Quaker oats. Let's see how fast the Dyson DC41 can pick this up. First, I'm just going to make a single pass over the largest mess, just to show you how well it picks up in one pass. Okay, so as you can see, it is mostly clean. There's still some paper, come down close, there's still some oats, and it did pull about this much. It snowplowed it backwards. However, for the most part, it did very well. Let's see how it cleans up the rest. Let's see how fast I can get the rest of it cleaned up. Now, as you can see, the floor is pretty much clean. There's a couple specks here and there of oats, but that's to be expected with almost any vacuum. I will say this machine did a very good job. It has really changed my mind about the Dyson. Now, this machine right here has quick unlatching bin. You can just hit the button, pops out. I'm not going to do that on this carpet because I'd rather not clean it up yet. If things get stuck inside, you can just flip this little hatch open. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but you can. The active base plate was not letting some of the Honey Nut scooters. If you don't know what a Honey Nut scooter is, it's just a generic Cheerio. You can get them really cheap. I just use them for testing. The active base plate was pushing it down a little bit too hard, so the scooter couldn't get in there. So if you have large messes, you may have to pull out the hose to get your mess completely clean. Now speaking of the hose, it's a bit awkward at times, and I'll show you what I mean here. Now when you first pull it out, let me adjust the camera, make sure you can see this properly. When you first pull it out, you'll hear a click. This click means that the hose is locked onto the wand. This may or may not be what you want. I'd prefer to be able to put the wand on afterwards, because most of the time I would not use the wand. However, the wand automatically comes out with the vacuum. In terms of suction, very good performance on the hose. One of the best vacuums I have for that hose. Now, recommend it. One of the biggest questions people ask, okay, would you recommend it? Well, that's kind of hard to say. It is a $600 machine. Now, granted, yes, it has very good pickup performance, but so do things like the Shark Navigator, which are about $200 after tax. Is it worth paying 3 times as much? That's up to you. This machine has a Hepa filter, something that some models of Shark do not. I do know that the Liftaway and the Liftaway Pro do have a Hepa filter, but very good performance, I will say. In the past, I have expressed my displeasure at Dyson. I was not the biggest Dyson fan. This machine has it's changed my mind a lot. Now, as for maintenance on here, you will have to occasionally pull this filter out right here. And yeah, you just unscrew, or no, you don't unscrew. You just pull this out, wash it, dry it, and that's about it for maintenance. And then also, every 3 months, in addition to cleaning that, you also, let me make sure the camera can see this, you also put the Dyson on its side, turn this purple knob here, and it's a screw, and once this is off, just pull this filter right here off. Now this is the Hepa filter, and you just wash this in water, and it's actually a pretty big Hepa filter. There's a lot of media on here, so it will capture a lot of allergens. So if you have allergies or pets, I will recommend this vacuum. It looks to be a very good choice for anyone with pets or allergies, or pets and allergies for that matter. It looks to be low maintenance setup. In terms of vacuums, it's not the easiest machine to set up, but it is pretty easy. Some machines are much more difficult to set up. But yeah, that's basically all the maintenance you have to do to it, and then occasionally go through here and clean this. The brushes are they're pretty stiff on here, so that's good. It looks like it will give you some pretty good performance. You saw in the test that it did very well for a vacuum. But once again, it is $600. Personally, for me, I would rather go with a Shark Navigator, something in the Shark Navigator series, but this is still a very good machine. I do not want to take away from it. Dyson has really upped the ante and created a machine which it's the first Dyson machine I would recommend. So yes, this has been a LogDog321 review, and thanks. Please rate, comment, subscribe.